It's time to go back to the year I was born, 1984. Hello, and welcome to 5225, week 38. The theme this week is movies from my birth year, which was 1984, as I mentioned before. Um, this one's going to be very quick, and I know I promise that all the time, and I know I even say, and I know I promise that all the time, but this one I am going to be very fast on it. And the reason is because next week there are a lot of videos coming out, and I'm working hard on that. I'll get to that at the end of the episode, but first let's just jump into our first movie, which was Footloose. Now, this is a movie that I grew up with. I watched it all the time. When I was younger, my mom loved it, so I watched it a lot. It's just a lot of fun. It's a movie that I enjoy. It's a film that brings me a lot of nostalgia and a lot of good feeling. It also helped Star-Lord save the universe once. So John Lithgow, I'm a big John Lithgow fan, and he's incredible in this movie. He's a really great villain. I love that the villain of this story truly is a good man, and you don't see that a lot. And usually there's something in there that, even if they appear to be a good man, there's something in there that keeps them from staying that way in your eyes. But he's just a good guy. He has some baggage, and I really appreciate about that about him. And John Lithgow just delivers so well in this film. But as I mentioned, this is going to be fast. I'm already moving on to the next one. The next one was the first watch. It was the first watch for me, and that is Romancing the Stone from Robert Zemeckis. We've already talked about Robert Zemeckis on this show a couple times, but this was one that I had seen bits of, and I knew a lot about it, but this was the first time I'd actually watched it fully. And it's a really fun adventure movie. This phrase is used too often, but they don't make movies like this anymore. They make similar type of movies, and they kind of keep the vein and the idea alive in some movies that they make. But there's just something about a really fun adventure movie that that just really hits from the 80s and 90s. There's a lot of that. That it's just a lot of fun, and I'm not even sure that a movie like that would really work anymore. And I'm glad that we have progressed in filmmaking, and that we have other types of movies that we can make. But I just kind of miss this style of movie. And I know there's a movie, Lost City, which has a very similar idea, but it doesn't feel the same, and that's really what I'm talking about here. Last thing I'm going to say about this movie, the leads were both charming as fuck. I love seeing them together. There's a sequel to this, Jewel of the Nile. I have not seen that either, so I'm going to probably check that out at some point. I hear it's not as good, but I'm going to check that out and see how I feel after that. Maybe I'll get back to you on it. But yeah, it's a movie I dug. I watched with my wife, who had seen it, and she likes this movie, so we had a real good time. But I'm going to move on to the last movie I covered. Yeah, only three, which was James Cameron's The Terminator. Now, Terminator 2 is one of my top 20 favorite movies of all time. It's hard to, and when watching Terminator, I look at that and I go, wow, it's hard to imagine that the sequel, a sequel to this movie could possibly top what is happening here, because it's a classic. Just so much great horror, so much great sci-fi, just a great sci-fi horror movie. Um, and it's one that I've watched a lot in my life. I used to watch it when I was a kid because I love Terminator 2, and so I'd often watch them together. I watch Terminator 2 way more often. Um, but my love of Terminator 2 sometimes makes me forget about how just really good the first one is. I will also say I also like the third one, The Rise of the Machines. I think that is a bit underserved. It's a bit underrated, but I do also understand why some people don't really like it. I just think it's a decent, good movie. Um, and then that's about as far as my defending of Terminator sequels will go. Um, but yeah, it's just a fun, scary sci-fi movie with a great cast. Michael Biehn is incredible. Linda Hamilton. I think we all around my age fell in love with Linda Hamilton back then. Um, I don't know. Maybe we didn't. If you're around my age and you are into ladies, uh, let me know if you were into Linda Hamilton back then. Um, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and probably the role he was born to play, which is robotic. Um, it's just an incredible movie that I really enjoy revisiting whenever I get a chance to. Um, but I'm going to leave that there too. I told you this is the first time that I'm actually uh, keeping true to my word of going very, very fast. Because this leads us to next week, and this is why I teased this at the beginning, because next week is my birthday week. My birthday is on Saturday of next week, October 4th. So next week I am releasing a video every day about my favorite movies. And I'm going to have guests on for each one. Uh, there is one that I haven't recorded and I haven't secured my guest for it, which happens to be my favorite movie. So hopefully I'll have a guest on for that. But the other ones I've recorded. I'm gonna have my guests have already agreed. Well, obviously, already agreed because we've recorded them. But they're gonna be on there. So starting tomorrow, if you're watching this as I drop it on Saturday, tomorrow we're going to start with the first uh, uh, movie of the week, which is going to be Evil Dead 2, just in case you want to get a head start on watching that. But yeah, so join me next week. One video every day, each about a different movie that is among my favorites. But talk to me in the comments. What are some of your favorite movies from 1984? If you had a birthday week of watching all your favorite movies, what would you watch uh, on your birthday week? Talk to me in the comments. Thanks. Next week is, hey, get out of the trash. Hey, Phoebe. Phoebe. Phoebe.